Welcome, kings and queens. It is December 29th. We are almost to 2024. You're almost there. Welcome, kings and queens, to my weekly blockbuster movie reviews. I am Claude Winston. So, in each episode, we're going to break down at least one movie. And I'm going to give you the answer that you all been waiting for. Should you stream it? Or is it a movie that's worth going to see in theaters? So don't waste your time and money at the theater for movies that are not worth your time. And we have a film in today's episode that is not worth your time going to the theaters and see. I'm going to save you some money. Today's episode, we're going to discuss The Color Purple, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and I have a bonus for you guys today. On Netflix, I watched Leave the World Behind. So we're going to discuss those three films, and I'll let you know at the end if you should go stream it or go see it. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. The Color Purple. Now, I enjoyed the film, but I think you might be shocked in what I have to say about this film. But first, let's just discuss The Color Purple, its cast, its director, and its runtime. Well, the film is rated PG-13, a runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's starring Taraji P. Henson as Shug, Fantasia Barrino as Celie, Coleman Domingo, he plays Mr., probably the character that everybody hates. And the film is directed by Blitz Bazawule. Now, here's my hot take. I thought the musical took away from the iconic story and characters. Now, I was born in 1988, and so I never watched the 1985 version of The Color Purple. I've never watched it in full. Now, it's been on TV plenty of times, and I just never really sat down and watched it in full with my family, with my parents, significant others. I just never found the time to do it. But I am aware how important and how impactful the movie was and is for the Black and brown community. But for this film, I felt the character development was lacking. I was fully expecting to watch this film, and by the end of it, I'll be fighting tears from rolling down my face. Many of the women in the theater that were next to me and in the whole theater itself were definitely sobbing. But for me, I just didn't have an emotional connection to this film. And for context, movies like Wonka that I recently saw, Gran Turismo, and even Godzilla Minus One, those movies moved me to tears. Yes, you're probably like, how in the world did a Godzilla movie move you to tears? Well, if you didn't see the movie, definitely go and see it. Godzilla is one of the top 5 movies I saw this year. Same thing as Gran Turismo. And Wonka really it hit me. If you haven't seen it, the character Noodle, and being the fact that she was orphaned, and I don't want to spoil the movie for you, the ending of it, but the movie really moved me to tears. And just Wonka's relationship with his mother. It was a very impactful movie to me. I love my mother to death, so I really understood that bond between the two. And again, I don't want to spoil the films for you, but definitely check out those movies. And if you want to see my movie review, I've done a movie review for every single one of those movies I just mentioned. I also question why they cast her as Squeak and had her sing for literally less than 30 seconds. I really thought they mismanaged a great entertainer, a great singer. And to have her in the film really saying a couple lines and really not showcasing her voice, I really thought that they did a disservice to her. I'm not sure if there were other points in the film that were edited out or cut out where she was singing, but I was really looking to see her really shine on the big screen, and that's not what I got. Last hot take. I thought Fantasia should be the star of the show, but in reality, Taraji and Danielle Brooks as Sophia stole the show. I still may be a little upset that Fantasia beat Jennifer Hudson in season 3 of American Idol finale. So maybe that was still in the back of my head, and I really wanted to see Fantasia really wow me. I know that she's not necessarily the greatest actor, and she probably has least experience out of everybody on that cast, maybe besides her. But I was really looking for her to really dive into the character, and I'm not saying that she did. I don't want you guys coming for me. I think she did an excellent job. I still believe you should go see this movie in theaters with your family. But I was really expecting this movie to really take it to another level. And really, I just kind of thought they watered it down with the musical. It really took away from the character development, and I really didn't get a chance to really dive into the characters. There were definitely moments where that really hurt your heart, make us all look internally inside at each and every one of us and how we're treating each and everybody that we come in contact with, whether that's your significant other, whether that's your friends, your family. But I was really hoping for a lot more, and unfortunately, I didn't get it. But like I said, I wouldn't say this is a movie just waiting to go see it and stream it. I still think it's a great movie. It just didn't. It just didn't hit the bar. Did not hit the level I was really expecting it to. All right, moving on to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I saw this movie in 3D. It's rated PG-13, a runtime of 2 hours and 4 minutes. It's starring Jason Momoa as Arthur, or Aquaman, and it's directed by James Wan. And y'all, this movie was poorly written and executed. I fell asleep multiple times throughout the film. Amber Heard as Mira was barely in the film, and it almost seemed like Aquaman was a single father. I don't understand. Like the first part of the movie, they were showing how Aquaman he married, I believe, Mira, and then they had a child together. But you really just see Aquaman and his father, and there's really not a lot of interaction with the baby and its mother. There's even a scene where Aquaman's son is communicating with fish in a fish tank, but his mother is nowhere to be seen. And I just, and also something that really I thought it really was distasteful was a product placement for the Guinness beer. It was poorly executed. It made it look like Aquaman was a functioning alcoholic. There were just so many things about this movie that's kind of cringeworthy, and I was like, whoa, like how do they even who edited this film? If James Wan is going to be the man that's going to take DC if he's going to reboot it going forward, he has a lot of work to do. This movie was absolutely terrible in my eyes. Despite the negative reviews, I enjoyed the first Aquaman film, but this film was absolutely terrible. It was atrocious, and it had no business being in theaters. One thing that I did notice, though, from this film, Aquaman referred to his brother as Loki. And I don't believe this was done by accident. Marvel and DC have had a rough outing this year at the box office. And I bet Bob Iger has spoken to the head of DC regarding a Marvel versus DC crossover event in the future. And I look forward to seeing if that actually does come to fruition. So definitely this is a movie that you go stream it, save your money. Do not go see this movie in theaters. Unless you have kids that they really love Aquaman, by all means, do what you got to do. Enjoy the night out. But I think you can definitely save yourself some money, and it's definitely not worth paying the extra dollar if it's a little bit more to go see it in 3D. All right, and our bonus movie. I watched this movie over the holidays by myself. I went to go visit my family, and they're out and about shopping, and I don't have Netflix at home. I'm really not a fan of Netflix, to be quite honest with you. I just think they put out enough content for me to pay for it year round. But that's neither here nor there. So I was just flipping through, and I saw this movie that piqued my interest. So I said, let me try this out. It was in the top 10 on Netflix, so I gave it a go. The movie is rated R. Leave the World Behind is rated R. It has a runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's starring Julia Roberts as Amanda, Mahershala as GH, Ali as GH. I probably butchered his name. I apologize, y'all. Ethan Hawke played the role and the character as Clay. It was directed by Sam Ismail, who is the creator of Mr. Robot, which I have not watched myself. And I'm curious if you guys let me know if you have watched Mr. Robot. Let me know if that's something I should definitely dive into and watch my own in the comments. I thought this was one of my favorite movies of the year. It was well written and the film is absolutely thought provoking. The Obama's Higher Ground production company is also involved with this film, which is very interesting to me. Although the ending leaves the viewer with unanswered questions, I believe the message throughout the film hits home. We must learn to love one another and work together, and not just in times of disaster like 9/11 or when the world seems like it's turning upside down. We all need to come together, and I think this film really shows what possibly could happen, especially next year with the election year. And we already know on social media how there's already been interference from other countries, and they're trying to sway outcomes of our elections. So this movie really hit home with me. I believe it's a movie that everybody should see it. All adults should see it. It's probably not a film that you want your kids to go to see, or your kids will really even enjoy. It's not a movie that has a lot of action. It moves in a pretty slow pace, but it's enough. It's thought provoking, and it's enough substance there to catch your attention. At least it did for me, and I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I believe it's a must watch. I think it was a release in theaters for a short amount of time before it was on Netflix only. But definitely, if it's in theaters, definitely go check it out in theaters if you can see it at your local theater. If not, check it out on Netflix. And absolutely, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. If you enjoyed these movie reviews, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. I upload videos weekly and watch films using the AMC A list. So I have the opportunity to see 3 new films every single week, and I promise I will take advantage of that, and I will relay the message to you guys of how I feel each movie, how it felt to me. If it was, like I said, if it was something you should go stream, or something you just stay at home, watch with your significant other, put your feet up on the comfort of your own couch, your lazy boy, whatever the case may be, and just watch it with the family. But I do want to know, what are your thoughts on each film that was reviewed today? Do you agree with my take? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Let's engage. I want to know. Let's have a conversation, guys. And that's going to do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this short review. Please check out my show, All in Society and Friends. It's just a matter of clicking another playlist where I interview experts from various industries. I love speaking with individuals who are passionate and love their line of work. I think that's very encouraging to find people that love what they do, because life is so short, right? And if you go into work miserable, hate what you're doing, and you're just going in, punching the clock, it's going to make for a long day. And I encourage every one of you, whatever you're passionate about, make that your life's work. Make that how you make ends meet. And I think life will be that much more enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please look forward to the next episodes. Like I said, please subscribe, hit that notification button, push the like button for me. I would truly appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy New Year. Happy holidays.